The Portland Trail Blazers season is on the line today. If we lose both games 3 and 4, then we will be swept out of the NBA playoffs here in round 1. The first 2 games against the top-seeded Rockets did not exactly go to plan. In the first matchup, we got absolutely annihilated. And I wasn't entirely surprised by this outcome with us coming off of 2 emotional play-in wins. We are limping into the playoffs with injuries. DeAndre Ayton got hurt late in the second play-in game, straining his right hip after he had already strained his left hip in the first game. So we had to kind of figure out how we're going to navigate through this without him. And to start, it did not go very well as we lost by 38 points. Shaedon Sharpe was pretty solid. Darius Springer had a really good second half. And that's really all I can say that went well. Game 2 was a lot more competitive. We actually had the lead going into the fourth quarter, but we just ran out of gas. Shaedon Sharpe had a great game, as did Scoot Henderson. The Slash brothers combining for 54 points, but it was not enough. Our defense, which was solid early, fell apart in the fourth quarter. The offense lacked consistency down the stretch, and ultimately that costed us that matchup. So that brings us into games 3 and 4, our first 2 playoff games at home, and we have not been at home since the end of the regular season. We should get Jeremy Grant back soon, if not before Game 3, hopefully before Game 4. Anthony Simons is getting closer to being 100%. Darius Springer got hurt in Game 2 against the Rockets. He'll play through his injury, but he'll be a little bit more limited. So right now, DeAndre Ayton really is the only guy who I think is going to be out super long term, but that might not matter if we don't get over the hump here over these next couple of games. Scoot and Shaedon are going to play more minutes because these games are especially important because we have less margin for error and we need our best players on the floor. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to hop into the first of 2 games here today here in Portland. Game 3 of the first round of the postseason. The Rockets, as the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, currently have a 2-0 series lead over the Trailblazers, and they are hoping to get the sweep over these next 2 games here in Portland. Both teams are going to rock with the same starting 5 that they have for the first 2 games. No changes here. Despite the Darius Springer injury, he will stay in the front court along with Ben Simmons. Hopefully the star players, Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe, can continue to elevate the team just as they did in those play-in games where we were fighting for our lives. And hopefully the role players can play to their roles and the Blazers can make this a competitive series. Simmons wins the tip and we are underway. Game 3 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs between the Rockets and the Trailblazers. Who will score first? It's Jalen Green with the ball. He gets the screen from Alperen Sengun. Hits the 3 and it's good. Green gets it started for the Rockets as he puts them on the board 3-0. Scoot gets it out to Ochai Agbaji. Looks to head inside. He's doubled. There's Scoot Henderson wide open. Knocks down a 3 of his own. And the Blazers with a quick response tie it. Houston ahead 5-3. Springer, the rookie, with a nice move inside. His first points of the game. The lights have not been too bright for the rookie as the lob attempt is unsuccessful. Houston running the fast break. Steady Freddy with a dime for Alperen Sengun, who throws down the slam. The center hailing from Turkey. 7-5 now. Tari Eason off the catch. Hits the 3. And Portland's got to call a timeout. Their offense has really started slow. Only 5 points over the first basically 4 minutes of the game, while Houston's starting to catch their stride a little bit. Jalen Green pull-up jumper is good. Now 12-5. Here is Scoot Henderson. He's trapped. Gets it over to Agbaji. Drives inside. Somebody's open in the corner. It's Shaedon Sharpe who gets his first points of the game. Sharpe has been a scoring machine dating back to the play-in tournament as the lob attempt is tipped by Springer. Here comes Portland on the other end. It's Scoot Henderson in the corner. Shaedon Sharpe once again knocks it down. This time he was inside the arc. It's a long 2, but it is good. 12-11. Here is Fred VanVleet inside for Tari Eason. And he will hit the shot over Shaedon Sharpe, taking advantage of the size mismatch. Portland's starting to make a little run, though. They're only down by 1. Sharpe inside, no good. Nice defense by the Rockets. Portland trying to get their first lead of the game there. They're unsuccessful. And then Dylan Brooks on the other end pokes the bear as he's in for the slam. 16-13 now. Anthony Simons off the bench, has Sharp open in the corner, knocks down the three, and the Trailblazers tie it up at 16. Despite a slow start, Portland has awoken. Here's Dylan Brooks now out to Alperen Şengün, knocks down a three of his own. Şengün is a very gifted offensive center, maybe not known for his floor spacing, but he can shoot the outside shot. Hudson no good, but the rookie is there with the putback slam, and the Rockets go on a 7-0 run with a quick response. They lead by 7. Blazers looking to get a bucket. Here's Henderson. Oh my goodness! Scoot Henderson with the throwdown over Alperen Şengün. What a dunk by Scoot. 23-18 now. Nikola Jovic hands it off for DeAnthony Melton. No good. That was a nice look. Line 2. Doesn't fall, but the Rockets are getting sloppy with it. Kevin Porter Jr., well-known woman respecter, is called for the out-of-bounds violation. Off the inbound, it's tipped and intercepted. Jaden Hudson ends up with it. So the Trailblazers are unable to take advantage of Houston's mistake. And instead, it's the Rockets who get the next set of points off the jumper by Jalen Green. Here is Simons on the move. No good. Rebounded by Shaedon Sharpe doing the dirty work inside. He's in the double figures with 10. 25-20. Here's Isaiah Jackson for 3. Won't fall. Jaden Hudson with the board, and he gets the putback. Hudson, the second overall pick, hailing from Canada, played for the NBA's G League Ignite program, had a very solid rookie year for the Rockets, and now Shaedon Sharpe is out of bounds. Portland's down by 9. They've got to be able to stay in this game, and silly turnovers like that are not going to help you. On the other end, Isaiah Jackson is in for the and one. Melton called for the foul. He would miss the free throw, but the Rockets lead by 11. They're in a good spot here nearing the end of the first quarter. Portland with one more shot. Fadeaway 3 from Sharpe is no good. And that'll wrap up what was a not-so-good first quarter for the Portland Trailblazers. They had a couple nice stretches there, but they trailed by 11, 31-20. As we go into the second quarter, early lob from Fred VanVleet over to Isaiah Jackson. 33-20 now. Here's Simmons. Inbounds it for Shaedon Sharpe. He's pushed out of bounds. No foul. Instead, that's just good defense by Amen Thompson. Shaedon Sharpe can't get bullied like that. Thompson's able to muscle him down a little bit, not letting him get any room. And then on the other end, Jalen Green hits for 3. Houston's on fire. They lead 36-20. What happened to this score? Melton drives inside. Simons open for 3. Knocks it down. Good response for the Trailblazers as they cut the lead down to 13. Jalen Green inside. Jumper won't fall. Jackson with the offensive rebound. And Isaiah Jackson is there with the putback. 15-point lead now. Simmons gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton back to Simmons. Good ball movement. Nice finish by Simmons. His first points of the game as the Blazers look to start a little rally here with the big deficit. Here's Hudson inside. Bullies Nasir Little. He's in for the throwdown. Big-time slam for the rookie Jaden Hudson, who continues to make winning plays at just 19 years old. And there's another out-of-bounds penalty, this time on Ben Simmons. That's 3 times it's happened to the Blazers over the last 3 or 4 minutes. Completely unacceptable, especially with how big of a lead this is. And it's going to get even bigger for the Rockets. Kevin Porter Jr. hits the 3. It's 43-25. If the Blazers don't get their act together, this could be like Game 1 all over again. Here's another big play for the Rockets. Jalen Green with the dunk. The Rockets currently on a 16-5 run. DeAnthony Melton looking to respond. He gets the layup. That'll cut the lead down to 18. Off the screen, Green out to Kevin Porter Jr. Once again, knocks down the triple, and the Rockets are continuing to add to their lead. Here's Jalen Green inside. No good. Nice defensive play by Melton as the Rockets finally miss a shot. Melton takes it all the way to the cup himself, and he's in for the layup. Good job by DeAnthony Melton in transition. 48-31 now. Anthony Simons with a nice pass, and Little is in for the and one. Okay, now the Blazers are starting to get some buckets. Little would miss the free throw, but Portland is playing a little bit better over the last minute or so. And immediately the Rockets respond with a 3 by Jalen Green to bring the lead up to 18 points halfway through the second quarter. Looking for the screen is Tari Eason. Nice pass inside for Isaiah Jackson, who's given the Rockets some great minutes down low off the bench. He's got more points with another dunk. Here's Shaedon Sharpe in the corner. Gets the screen from Abaji on the move for 3. It's good. Nice shot for Shaedon Sharpe. 60-42. Melton out back to Sharpe. Looks to blow by Eason. And Sharpe throws it down. Nice slam by Shaedon Sharpe, but the lead is still at 16 with under 2 to go in the half. Nice move by Hudson. No good. Eason with the offensive rebound. Turnaround. Putback is good for the former LSU Tiger. It's a 20-point game now with under a minute to go in the first half. This really is not looking good. And it's especially not going to look good when Jaden Hudson is completely wide open in the corner. Good pass by Van Vliet. Easy bucket for Hudson. 67-44 now. Here comes Sharpe inside. Nice move. He now has 17 points. Still scoring the ball at a high rate. Can't really say the same for anybody else, though. Simons at the buzzer. No good. I don't know why Scoot passed it out to the top of the key when he could have either gone for a contested layup or passed it to somebody closer, but oh well. That plays a perfect description of how this first half has gone for the Blazers. It has been a disaster. The other 8 seed, the Brooklyn Nets out east, currently lead top-seeded Cleveland 2-1. Unfortunately, Portland doesn't look to be having the same success as they trail 2-0, and they are in legitimate danger of falling down 3-0 with how poorly this game has gone. Sharpe misses a wide-open 3 as it does not rattle in. On the other end, here is Jalen Green inside for the layup. And the Rockets bring the lead up to 25. Now it's down to 24. Here's Melton, wide open, deep 3. It's good. Nice shot for DeAnthony Melton. 74-54. The Blazers are playing actually not too bad over the first few minutes of the third quarter. They're keeping it competitive, but that's not what you want to do if you want to come back here and make a run. Jalen Green for 3. This pass is stolen away. Little ends up with it. Out to Shaedon Sharpe, who throws it down. Nice slam for Shaedon Sharpe. Air Canada with 22 points, a team high. And Portland is kind of cutting into the lead. I mean, they're not making enough damage to make it a game, but at least they're not going to be down presumably by like 40. Good putback there off of the rebound by Şengün, passing it out for Tari Eason, who hits the 3 off of the timeout now. Here's Simons inside. It's good. Nice move by Inferno. Scoring and contacts. He's in the double figures with 11. Green with a dime, though, on the other end for Jaden Hudson. Portland doesn't get back quick enough defensively. You can't have that poor of effort if you want to, come back here. Henderson inside and 1. Şengün is called for the foul. Nice play by Scoot. Scoring in contact as Şengün looks to try to set his feet, but he's unsuccessful. Here's Nasir Little now. Nice move, bringing the lead down to 21. Again, Portland's not playing bad in the third quarter, but it's not realistically going to be enough if they want to make this game close. Van Vliet, his shot is good. It's a 23-point game now. Scoot Henderson brings it up. He's been kind of quiet overall today, 10-2, as he passes it out to Simons with the slam, and the lead is down to 21. Here is Darius Springer out to Henderson. Open 3 is good. Okay, the Blazers are getting some shots to fall. Maybe they can make a run at this game if they continue to play solid defense and hit some more tough shots. Good jumper by Jalen Green, beating the shot clock as it's a 20-point game. Henderson inside, no good. And he's hurt. Well, that's not ideal. Green inside for Eason. He's fouled. But obviously the concern here is with Scoot Henderson, as if the Blazers haven't had enough injuries already. Here's another one. Arguably their best player hurt his shoulder going inside for a layup, and we'll find more out with that injury after the game. And Thompson with the layup. Here's Simons, no good. The Rockets looking to run the floor with around a minute left in the third quarter. Ahmed Thompson with it. He gets it over to Porter. Back to Thompson, who floats it in with a smooth kiss off the top of the backboard. Sharpe with the steal, ripping it away from Hudson in transition. Nice move to get the layup. It's a 22-point game with just seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hudson heaves it up from over half court, and it nearly goes in. So the Blazers didn't play horribly in this quarter, but they didn't really cut into the lead. And with how this game has gone, I think we have seen enough. Realistically, the Blazers are not going to come back in the fourth quarter. The Rockets really haven't shown any cracks. Portland is not scoring the ball well inside at all. 19 of 32 from the paint, and from just outside the paint, they're over. The offensive efficiency has really not been all that good. The three-point shooting has been subpar with low volume, and overall the Rockets are just dominating at every facet of the game. So as we make it through the fourth quarter, I will point out that the Trailblazers ended up scoring nearly 50 points in the fourth quarter, and it didn't end up really mattering. This game was never within 10 points, and the Rockets were never in danger of losing it. They just didn't really play much defense down the stretch, and the Blazers were able to make this score look a lot more respectable. But as we saw today, they got lit up on their home floor by the Rockets, and I know the final score, again, doesn't look that bad. 132-121, the final in favor of the Rockets, who take a 3-0 series lead. But despite the fact that the final score looks pretty close, the game itself was not. Over the first 3+ quarters, we looked horrible. Shaedon Sharpe with 38. A lot of his points came in the fourth quarter, but he was still very solid. Other than that, nobody else was really all that impressive. Anthony Simons finishes with good numbers, 4 of 5 from 3, but he got a lot in the fourth quarter. Ochai Agbaji, I think, had 0 field goals made before the fourth quarter, and then he kind of caught fire. But again, it didn't really matter. Scoot was playing fine before he got hurt. We ended up shooting 16 of 29 from 3, which is really good. But much of that was because of the fourth quarter, where we went 9 of 13, largely because the Rockets weren't playing much defense because they already had the game wrapped up. Jalen Green with 35, Eason with 19 and 11, Van Vliet, Hudson, Brooks, and Jackson to double figures, while Şengün had 20 rebounds. Overall, a really solid game for the Rockets. They controlled the game down low on both ends of the floor on the glass, defending inside. So Scoot Henderson has right shoulder tendonitis, and Jeremy Grant is back healthy. Scoot can play through the injury, but he will not because his ratings go too far down, and he would be completely ineffective if he were still in the lineup. So similarly to DeAndre Ayton, he technically could play, but he would be a net negative if he was on the floor. So Anthony Simons will slide over to the point guard. Shaedon Sharpe is going to play the whole game because it's a game 4. I don't feel comfortable not having one of Scoot or Sharpe on the floor. And since Scoot isn't playing, well, I kind of want Sharpe in the game at all times. Jeremy Grant will start at the 4 over Darius Springer, partly because Darius Springer is hurt, and also partly because Jeremy Grant's more of a proven veteran. He's played in the postseason before, so I trust him a little bit more, even though he hasn't played in close to a month, thanks to a broken thigh. So that'll bring us into Game 4, and the season is on the line here for the Portland Trailblazers, who trail in this series 3-0. They've gotten blown out twice already, so if nothing else, you at least got to make it a game, even if you don't get the win. Some changes here to the Portland starting 5. Jeremy Grant is healthy. He will start at the 4 over Darius Springer. While Scoot Henderson is not healthy, he will not play tonight. And Anthony Simons will slide over to the point guard position. He will be the main facilitator and run the offense, while DeAnthony Melton ends up being the lead guard off the bench. Simmons and Şengün here for the tip-off. The Rockets, by the way, rocking with their same starting 5. As Simmons wins the tip, and here we are in Game 4. A new look for the Trailblazers, who look to keep their season alive. Here's Anthony Simons with it out to Jeremy Grant. Mid-range jumper is good. And Grant, after missing the last month, is going to get the first points of the game. The Blazers did not lead once in Game 3, so already we've made some progress. We actually have a lead. It ends up being short-lived. Jalen Green with the layup. That'll put the Rockets on the board as we're tied at 2. Nice cut inside by Ochai Agbaji. He's in for the slam. Good pass as well. Really good pass from Ben Simmons, recognizing the cut. Portland slow to get back on defense. Shot is no good, but the putback is for Tari Eason, and we're tied at 4. Here is Dylan Brooks with it. Spin move inside. Nice move for Brooks. And the Rockets have their first lead of the game at 6-4. Here is Simons with it inside. Simons off the drive. Pump fake out to Ben Simmons, who's in for the layup. Good ball movement again there by the Blazers as the pass is intercepted by Simmons. In transition, Jeremy Grant inside for Sharpe, who takes it all the way with the slam. Sharpe on the board for the first time today. Portland hoping for a big game out of him, especially with Scoot out. He is going to be the guy on the floor literally at all times because he's going to play basically the whole game. Shot no good. Putback is good, though, for Alperen Şengün, as it's now 10-8. Simons with a dime for Agbaji, and he is blocked at the rim. The Rockets with the snuff. In transition now, Van Vliet with a dime over to Tari Eason. and the Rockets lead it by multiple possessions. It's 14-9. Şengün guarded by Abaji. That's a mismatch, and Şengün capitalizes. Not a whole lot Ochai really could have done there. 16-9 now. Jalen Green pull-up three will fall. And just like that, the Blazers are already down by 10. The struggles from games 3 and game 1 are quickly carrying over. Here is Sharp on the wing. You'll have to pass from Simons. His three is good. The scoring leader for Portland before that shot had 2. 5 different players. So it's good to see Shaedon Sharp hitting the jumper. There's Şengün with another putback. The Rockets are dominating on the glass once again. I think they've had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds, and they've gotten points on all of those possessions. Kevin Porter Jr. with the layup. It's a 10-point game, 25-15. Here is Simons looking for the screen from Grant. Drives inside, takes it himself with a little rack attack. Big slam for Simons. 27-17. Here's Sharp. Oh, my God. Shaedon Sharp annihilated 2 guys down low. Ahmed Thompson and Alperen Şengün jumped in the air with him simultaneously, and I think they regret that as they are sent to the shadow realm by Sharp. 27-19. Here's Melton on the move. Good jumper. That'll bring the lead within 6. 27-21. Final seconds of the first quarter. Portland's going to get one more shot off. It's in the hands of Shaedon Sharp. Fadeaway 3 in the corner is no good. Not a great quarter there for Portland, especially offensively. The rebounding was also bad, but I think overall the defense was pretty good. And they're only down by 6, so there is still room to make some plays. But you can't be letting Jaden Hudson getting great looks to the rack like that. Springer unable to flip his hips quick enough because, well, he only has one working hip. Springer misses inside, grabs his own rebound, and gets the putback. Darius Springer doing the dirty work, coming off the bench tonight for the first time since, like, November, where he moved into the lineup permanently, as he gets the snuff down low. On the other end, Nasir Little in for the layup. Good move by Little, bringing the ball up himself and taking it coast to coast. 29-25, here's Abaji, deep 3, heaves it up, no good. Springer with the offensive rebound, misses, gets another shot, and it's no good. Portland had 3 chances on that possession, and they didn't capitalize once. Could have made it a one-score game. On the following possession, here's Green off the screen for 3. It's good. Nice shot for Jalen Green. 36-31 now. A little bit under 6.5 to go in the first half. Green with a diamond sign for Isaiah Jackson. Good play there defensively by Portland, but Jackson still gets the layup to fall. Here is Green looking for a screen once more. Simons Dean him up tight. Pause. But Jalen Green is able to float that one in, shushing the crowd as the lead is up to 9. Here's Grant. Tough 3. It's good. Portland was 1 of 6 from deep prior to that. Neither team's really got the long ball going. Shot clock winding down. Green with a prayer, and it's answered. What a response for Jalen Green and the Rockets as Portland calls a timeout down by 9. Here is Anthony Simons, pick and pop out to Grant for 3. It's good. All of a sudden, how both teams are letting it fly from deep after not getting much of anything from beyond the arc in the first quarter and a half. Van Vliet, how about another? This game has had more made threes over the last 4 possessions than we did in the first 16 minutes total. There's a nice reverse slam by Simmons. 7-point game. Green launches another prayer. Are you kidding me? What a shot. There's nothing you can do there as the Blazers except for tip your cap and recognize, holy smokes, what a shot. Here's Sharp inside with the windmill. Nice dunk for Shaedon Sharp. 49-41. Portland's hanging in there. They're playing better than they did in Game 3, which isn't really a high bar, but it's worth noting. Sharp for 3. Nice jumper. Shaedon Sharp heaves up a prayer of his own. Both teams hitting some really tough contested jumpers. Here is Sharp. Thinks about the shot instead. Drives inside. He's in for the layup. Sharp with 16 here in the first half and having himself another great game. Fred VanVleet brings it up. 40 seconds to go in the quarter as he lobs it up. And it's Jaden Hudson with the dunk. Şengün shoots it off the bottom of the rim. Portland looking to get one more shot off. It's Shaedon Sharp with it. Sharp looks to drive inside. Here's Sharp at the buzzer. Bang! Shaedon Sharp brings it within 5. We've got ourselves a ball game going into halftime. Portland's looked a little bit shaky today, but they are right in it. 53-48 your score. The Trailblazers looking to avoid the sweep, and I definitely will say they've shown a lot more energy and fight than they did in Game 3. Defensively, I think we've been pretty stout for the most part. Offensively, we're starting to heat it up a little bit. Shaedon Sharpe and Jalen Green have both been absolutely fantastic today as we go into the second half. Here's Agbaji out to Simons. Quick three. It's good! The lead is within 2 all of a sudden. Portland looking to pick up right where they left off. Sharpe now for the tie! Oh my goodness, what a slam for Shaedon Sharpe as he throws it down on Eason. 53-53, Rockets looking for the lead back. Green for 3, count it. Good shot by Jalen Green, who has had some really tough long-range jumpers. Agbaji with it inside, he sends it out in the corner for Grant. He knocks down a triple, we're tied at 56. Portland's offense looks lights out here in the third quarter. Agbaji inside, and one for the lead. Ochai Agbaji with an incredible play, and Portland is on top. Wow, what a comeback. The Blazers were down by double digits not too long ago. Simons, pump fake, 3 is good. The lead is going to continue to grow as Portland's now up by 6. They cannot miss ever since the start of the second half. Rockets need a bucket. They'll get it from Şengün. 62-58 now. Here comes Dylan Brooks up the floor. Gets it out to Jalen Green. Green, fade away 3. And immediately the Rockets bring it right back within 1. Quick answer from Houston. 61-62. Here's Agbaji inside. Nice move by Ochai Agbaji. Rock chalk. He's in for the layup. Here at the top of the key, it's intercepted by Agbaji. In transition, Grant to Sharpe to Ben Simmons. Good passing, good ball movement, unselfish basketball from the Trailblazers. 61-66 now. Agbaji backs down on Fred VanVleet. Ochai Agbaji's given the Blazers some great minutes here in the third quarter as he gets the layup. It's a 7-point game now. Rockets looking for some points. Here's Green in the corner. Another one bites the dust. Jalen Green continues to knock down threes. 64-70. Nice cross-court pass out to Sharpe, and the layup is good. Lead up to 8, the biggest it's been for the Trailblazers. Agbaji inside. Count it! And one! Another and one for Ochai Agbaji, who's playing out of his mind right now here in the third quarter. He's playing great defense. He's not missing on offense. As Green's shot is no good, Springer with the rebound out to Agbaji. Heat check. Bang! Ochai Agbaji was feeling himself there, lets it fly, and it's good. Agbaji 5 for 5 from the field in the third quarter as he gets the stop defensively, running the floor. Agbaji in the corner for Melton. Bang! The Blazers cannot miss. They lead it by 16 off the 3 by Melton. What an incredible run. Good response there by Isaiah Jackson with the slam, 66-80. Melton to Little for 3, no good. If he makes that, the roof of this place would have been blown off. Portland already has had a bunch of threes here in the second half, a bunch of really nice plays inside. Speaking of, there's Jackson with a dunk. Leads within 12. This game's far from over as Shaedon Sharpe's pass is intercepted by Hudson. He had Agbaji open in the corner too. Instead, the Rockets have an open man. Shot no good. Big miss off the turnover. That was Amen Thompson with the jumper. And then on the other end, Agbaji with it. He's trapped out to Sharpe. Nice pass for Springer. They didn't see that one coming. Sharpe was wide open for 3, but instead he dishes it inside for the rookie. 70-84. Springer, turnaround, no good. Shot clock unplugged. Houston looking for one more basket before the end of the quarter as it's in the hands of Kevin Porter Jr. He sends it out over to the rookie, Jaden Hudson, with the slam. It's a 12-point game. One more shot attempt here for the Blazers. It's Anthony Simons. Heaves it up at the end of the quarter. No good. What a third quarter for the Blazers, who outscored Houston by 17 points. The defense was really solid, forcing turnovers, forcing misses inside, but it was really the offense that was legitimately special in that quarter, with the catalyst being Ochai Agbaji, who went 5 of 5 from the field, multiple and ones, hit a big 3. Portland's in the driver's seat, but you can't let the pedal off the metal quite yet. There's Simons in for the layup. There's something to be said about this team that plays at their best when their season's on the line, just like they did in the 2 playing games, which were elimination games, as is this. There's Isaiah Jackson with the dunk, 74-86. Sharp out to Grant. Pump fake. Grant inside. Tough layup is good. Jeremy Grant's been a really positive addition here in his first game back from injury. He's played really well. Pass is intercepted by Jackson. The Rockets can bring it within 10 here on this possession. How about 9? Jalen Green for 3. And the lead is within single digits. Houston quickly looking to respond. They've been playing better over the last couple of minutes, and here's a charging foul. Actually, they're just going to call it a personal foul, but basically a charge on Anthony Simons. Off the foul. Rockets in takeover mode. Jackson with the dunk. We are within 7. Quick response by the Rockets. Portland calls time. Abaji inside, no good. Grabs his own miss, no good again. And now the Rockets with a chance to make it a 2-score game. Here's Jalen Green with it. Inside. Green with the slam. Portland's offense that in the third quarter couldn't miss now can't buy a bucket. They finally get one back here with the lob from Sharp out to Jeremy Grant. 90-83 now. Jalen Green at the top of the key, hoping somebody gets open. He sends it out over to Isaiah Jackson, who's had another really good game. And he's blocked by Simmons. In transition, Jeremy Grant lobs it up for Sharp. The Sharp and Grant connection strikes on back-to-back possessions as he annihilates Van Vliet down low. Lead back up to 9. Simon, step back 3, no good. That's a tough shot. On the other end now, Rockets moving quickly. Here's Green, drives by Abaji. He gets the dunk. 7-point game. Pass out to Grant. His pass is tipped and stolen by Hudson. In the hands of Ahmed Thompson with the dunk, and we are within 5. The closest this game has been in quite some time with 5.5 to go. Rockets back with it. Jackson over to Jalen Green. Green back to Jackson. He dunks it over Grant. It's a 1-score game all of a sudden. And remember when the Blazers were up by like 16? Fun times. Green with the steal. On the other end, Van Vliet's shot is good, and the lead is now down to just 1 point. What a colossal failure here from the Blazers. As good as their third quarter was, this fourth quarter has been equally embarrassing. Big jumper by Sharp. Portland had to buy a bucket there, and they get one. Green out to Sengun. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Drives inside, and Sengun makes the layup. 1-point game once again. Here is Brooks. He gets it over to Jalen Green for the lead. It's good. The Rockets are now officially on top with under 3 minutes to go. Grab your popcorn, get comfortable, because this is about to get interesting. Simons puts Portland right back ahead with the layup. 95-96. Trailblazers season on the line over the next 2.5 minutes as Van Vliet has the Rockets back on top with the layup. 97-96. Here's Abaji over to Simons. Simons looks to drive inside. He has Grant open in the corner for 3. Bang! Jeremy Grant hits the 3. 2-point lead for Portland. Jalen Green off the screen looking for a 3 of his own. He gets it! Jalen Green with another 3-pointer. It's a 1-point lead for the Rockets. Abaji is no good. Grant unable to get the rebound. On the other end, it's Tari Eason with 1.5 to go out to Dylan Brooks. Brooks' shot won't fall. Big miss. Portland with another opportunity. They would not capitalize. Here's the following Rockets possession with under a minute to go now. This is it. Van Vliet for 3. It's no good. Big miss. Portland back with it. 40 seconds to go looking for the lead. Sharp inside. No good. Who gets the rebound? It's Simmons. Out to Abaji. Screen from Grant. Abaji's pass is intercepted by Van Vliet. Out to Dylan Brooks. Brooks takes it all the way. And the Rockets are ahead by 3 with 26 seconds to go. Jalen Green, by the way, franchise record for most threes in a playoff game by a Rocket. So off at the timeout, the game plan here for Portland is just get a good look and take that shot immediately. No reason to play games. Just get an opportunity and score, and that's exactly what they do. Quick dunk for Simons. Portland running the full court press. Rockets having trouble inbounding it. It goes to Green. He is fouled by Ochai Abaji. Now off to the inbound. Şengün sends it out to Van Vliet this time, and he is fouled by Simons. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Portland does have a timeout still in their back pocket as Van Vliet sinks the first one. 3-point game now for Houston. Second free throw for Steady Freddy will fall. 104-101. Portland calls your last timeout with a little over 19 seconds left to go. So what is the game plan now for Portland? On the last possession off of the previous timeout, there was 26 seconds left on the clock, and it was easy to say, just get a good look, even if it's a 3 or it's a 2. But now with under 20 seconds, maybe we do hold for the 3, or if there is somebody open inside the arc, maybe that's what we do. Bringing our offense lineup on the floor. We've got guys who can space it. We've got guys who can score inside, as it's Shaedon Sharpe in the corner. Obviously, he's going to be the one with the ball. Sharpe, mid-range jumper is good. Lead within 1. Nice shot for Sharpe. Portland's again going to have to foul quickly. This time it's Jalen Green, who is fouled by Abaji, and he will get 2 at the charity stripe as Green looks to sink them both, bring the lead back up to 3 with under 13 to go. First one from Jalen Green is good. The Rockets not fazed by the pressure here at the free-throw line. Green and Van Vliet, ice in their veins. Under 13 to go, no timeouts. We're just going to play through. I think at this point for Portland, you don't have enough time for a 2. Got to go for the 3. Simons for the tie. Bang! And Bernie Simons ties it at 106. And the Rockets call a timeout with 4.5 to go. What a shot by Simons. He had just enough space to where he realized this is as good of a look as we're going to get for the entire possession, and he drills it. Now it's time to bring our defense lineup on the floor. Melton replaces Simons after the big shot. Springer comes into the game. Simmons comes into the game. So with 4 seconds left, what do we think the Rockets are going to do here? They have the entire floor to play with. 3 wins it, 2 wins it. If they get fouled and go to the line, 3 throws would win it. So the Rockets have a lot of choices here. I think realistically, we don't want to get them a good look inside. I can live with them potentially making some tough contested jumper, but we cannot give them room inside. I imagine they're going to try to give the ball to Jalen Green because, you know, he's the star scorer. He's the guy who you trust making the big decisions here. But I could also see them looking inside for Alperen Şengün or maybe even Tari Eason, especially if they get some sort of mismatch. Portland has to be smart with who everybody is going to be guarding. Can't let there be some size mismatch because otherwise the Rockets will easily exploit it. With around 4.5 to go, it is Jalen Green, tightly guarded by Abaji, out to Van Vliet for the win! No good! We're going to overtime! Good defensive possession there by the Blazers. Van Vliet had a little bit of room. He could have made the shot, but Melton was there quickly with the contest to keep the game and the season alive for the Trailblazers. And we are going into overtime. Very similar to the end of the playing game against the Clippers that went to OT. Obviously, Portland won that one. And hopefully the Blazers can have a similar result, keep the season alive, and head back to Houston for a Game 5. Van Vliet for 3 gets the scoring started here in overtime for the Rockets. Here's Jeremy Grant, drives inside. Grant with the powerful dunk. Wow, what a play for Jeremy, who's got 27 and 6 tonight, doing everything for Portland. 110-108, under 3 to go. It's Jalen Green off the screen. Green, 3. It's good. And the Rockets are ahead by 5. Big jumper for Jalen Green. Here's Sharpe with it in the corner off the screen from Grant. Jumper is good. He's got 30, and the lead is within 1 possession. I feel like the Trailblazers are running out of gas, but there's 2 minutes left here in overtime. You just got to lay it all out there. Simmons with the block. Melton unable to retrieve it. It'll remain Houston ball off the inbound. Brooks on the baseline, hoping somebody gets open. He sends it out to Jalen Green. Jumper is good. Green's got to be nearing 50 at this point. He's shot the ball a lot, but he's also made a lot of shots. Simons inside, no good. Big stop for the Rockets on the other end. Here is Green. Jumper, yes, it falls once again. 7-point lead for the Rockets. Not looking good here for Portland, who's hanging on for dear life. Sharpe inside, layup is good. Nice play for Shaedon. He's up to 32 points. Following Rockets possession, under 10 to go here on the shot clock. Green, screen from Şengün. And the 3 will fall. Big shot for Jalen Green. It's an 8-point game with under a minute to go. Now Portland's in the mode of just starting to heave stuff up as Simons misses the three. The Rockets can basically ice it here on this possession. Portland not fouling yet as Fred VanVleet has it. He's doubled. Somebody's going to be open at some point. VanVleet drives by Simmons. His shot will fall. The Rockets lead by 10 with under 40 to go. Really not looking good now for Portland. They've still got to start heaving up shots. Nice tip in by Simons. That'll bring the lead down to 8 off of the missed 3 by Abaji. Portland is looking to defend here with the press as it will go over to Jalen Green, who's fouled. Green would make both 3 throws as the lead is back up to 10. Portland's just got to start chucking them. I mean, there's no other play you really have here as Simons misses again. Sharp fouls Tari Eason, and that should just about do it. With just seconds to go now, VanVleet will dribble out the clock, and this game is over. The Rockets defeat Portland here in overtime of Game 4 of the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs, 125-116 your final. And with that, the Portland Trailblazers have been swept, and they are eliminated from the playoffs. It's been a really fun year, and I really feel like in this game especially, we laid it all out there. We left it all out on the floor, but unfortunately, we could not get the upper hand. The Rockets are going to advance to the second round. This is a great team who's got the talent to win a title. I do question their overall experience, which could hurt them later in the playoffs, but they've got the scoring firepower. They've got the defense. They've got the role players. They've got pretty much everything you look for in a championship contender other than experience. Shaedon Sharpe with 32 points. He did literally play the whole game except for like 20 seconds at the end of the third. So he was a warrior out there. 23 for Simons, 22 for Grant, 20 for Abaji. Some of these guys had weird games. Abaji in particular, because like in the third quarter, he was dominant. 5 of 5 from the field. But other than the third quarter, Abaji was 2 for 13, which is not great. Simmons with 13 boards. Melton was solid. Springer got less playing time today with Jeremy Grant having a good performance. As for the Rockets, 51 for Jalen Green. He shot the ball a whole lot. He was pretty efficient. 50% from 3, over 50% from the field. VanVleet, Hudson, Jackson, and Şengün also in double figures. Şengün and Eason combining for 25 rebounds. The Rockets had the edge on us down low on the glass throughout the entire series, and that's solely because of DeAndre Ayton's injury. If not for that, I think the rebounding would have been a lot different. So these are the stats for the 4 playoff games. Shaedon Sharpe averaging 30.5 points. These stats don't take into account the playing games, which I feel like is kind of stupid because that does count as the playoffs. So as we do playoff studs and duds of the year, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm not sure if I'm going to have like a set vote, but more so I want to hear who you guys think in the comments should be the stud and dud of the playoffs. I feel like there aren't many obvious choices, at least for the dud, even though we got swept by the Rockets. I feel like there's not like 1 or 2 guys that we can easily point the finger towards. But I do want to hear what you guys have to say about that down below in the comments. Next episode's going to be a little bit different. Our season recap as we start the offseason. Normally, we would do the draft lottery and the draft preview. But it's going to be a little bit different, and you guys are going to find out a little bit more about that as the next episode is uploaded. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a really fun season. Sucks it ended off by getting swept, but still a really fun season 2, making it to the playoffs. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.